Welcome to day 13 of your 14-day Pilates Reformer workout program. You've almost made it to the end. I'm very impressed. Today we're going to focus on glutes and thighs. Now I have a Pilates ball here. You don't need one. I'm just going to use that for a little under rib cage support, or I'll give some cues to modify for no props. Place on one red, one yellow spring, or one heavy, one extra light. Headrest will go down and I will meet you lying on your side. Of course, if you are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so I can see you again for our final day tomorrow, day 14. And I have lots of other workouts you can check out. If you're also not a member, please join my membership tier. I have lots of fun exclusive workouts, and I'm going to be posting work there that you can use to extend your program experience after today. So I hope to see you there. So we're going to start with our beginning breath work. Knees will be under your hips, palms under your shoulders. We're going to find a neutral spine, so not curved, not arched. This is going to be our starting and ending spot. We're going to begin taking a big inhale, finding your umbrella breath or your lateral breath. Exhale, feel the abdominals zip in and up. Inhale, relax the abs, feel your back expand. Exhale, feel your belly button zip up toward your spine. Exhale. So you may feel like as you inhale, the belly relaxes and the abdomen relaxes down toward the mat. As you exhale, ribs descend down, abs engage. And we're engaging that corset layer, pelvic floor, as we exhale. Good. Let's keep that breath pattern. Now we're going to cat-cow. Big inhale, cat position, pressing through the palms or curving through the spine. Exhale. Send your tailbone back, sternum forward. Inhale. Pelvis curls under, press through the palms. Exhale, flare sits bones back, chest forward, gaze forward, not up. Inhale, feel like someone is pushing your belly button up toward the ceiling. Unfurl your spine, chest and shoulders wide. Good. One more time. Curve it up. Unfurl your spine. Unlock the bottom of that sacrum. Get a nice big arch. Good. Find your neutral once again. Pushing up through the palms. Big inhale, relax the torso. Exhale, engage the abdominals. Big inhale, relax all the muscles in your forehead. Engage the abs one more time. Big inhale, feel your pelvic floor descend. And lift on your exhale. Good. Let's move on. So I'm going to come down to laying on my right side. I'm going to take my ball and place it under my rib cage. If you don't have the ball, you can place a pillow, or as I mentioned, you can focus on just lifting the rib cage up so it's not sinking down into the mat. Either way is fine. I'm going to take my right forearm, place it on the headrest. My right hand will wrap around the right shoulder block. I'm going to tuck my legs into tabletop position, and I'm going to place my left leg flat on the foot bar, as flat as I comfortably can. Your heel should be pretty close to under your hip, as close as you can muster while still getting it flat. We're going to press the leg long, keep that rib lifted, bring it back in. Press it long, keep it lifted. So leg is parallel, facing forward. Right, knee is tracking right in line with your toes. Extending long, bending back, bringing it in with control. Resisting the springs on the way in. Keeping that bottom rib lifted, keeping pressure through that forearm to get the shoulder on the bottom, away from your ear. Last one. Good. Extend, bring it halfway home. Push into the heel. Find tiny pulses up and down. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, while still keeping the torso nice and stabilized through abdominal engagement. Last 2. 1. Big inhale. Exhale, extend. Bring it all the way in. Good. Now we're going to flip to external rotation. Heel is still on the foot bar. Heel slightly in front of your hip, lifting that bottom rib up. We're going to press out, knees facing upwards and in. We're rotating through the hip. Press out and in. If your neck is getting crabby, look over your right shoulder. That can sometimes help. Nice. We're gonna take another 4. Exhaling, zipping up through the abs. 3. Final 2, really flexing the heel, flexing through the ankle, excuse me. And 1, halfway home. We're gonna take those tiny pulses up and down, pushing through the heel. Find the spot where you feel the most activation. Lifting your bottom ribs still. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, extend it long. Bring it all the way in. Now I'm going to turn around to laying on my left side. So again, if you don't have the prop, you don't have to use it. My left hand will be wrapped around the block. Legs to tabletop. I'm going to press my top hip away, lift my bottom rib. Right foot is on the bar. I'm going to press away, extending the leg long. Bend the knee, bring it back in with control. Press the leg long, keeping that bottom rib lifted. Bend the knee, bring it in. 6 more. And in. Exhale. 5. Use your abdominals to support here. This is 4. Knee is facing forward. 3. Again, looking over your left shoulder if your neck is getting tired. 2. And 1. Bring it halfway in. We're going to take tiny pulses up and down. This is 8. 7. Find the spot that requires the most effort to control. This is 4. 3. Make sure that top shoulder is not wrapping inward. And 1. Good. Bring the carriage to a close. Rotate the leg externally. Knee faces up. We extend and bend. Press out and in. Good. We go for 6 and in. This is 5 and in, using your breath. I feel obliques here too. You might as well. Good. Last 3 and 2. Last 1. You probably guessed we're bringing it halfway home. Find the spot that requires the most engagement. 8 pulses. This is 7. Keeping your bottom rib up, lifted, not sinking into the shoulder. Active through the upper body and abs, even though we're working glutes and thighs. Last 4. Last 3. 2. 1. Deep inhale. Extend it long. Bring the knee all the way home. Next, we're going to turn to face the shoulder blocks. For this one, you can have the arms straight with the palms flat down on the mat, or if you prefer, you can come down to your forearms. I'm going to take the straight arm version. I'm going to bring my right knee under my right hip. I'm going to bring the heel of my left foot to the foot bar right behind me. Left knee will be facing down to start. Shoulders right over wrists, pressing through the palms. I'm going to press out. Bend the knee, bring it all the way home. So you may notice right away that that right knee wants to travel forward and get away from you. Your job, and you choose to accept it, is to try to keep it right under your hip. Good. Make sure your ears are drawn back, chin is not drifting toward the floor. 2 more. And 1. Bring it all the way home. Good. Other side. Left knee down, right heel to the foot bar. Knee will be in parallel, facing downward, pressing up through the palms or through the forearms. I'm going to press away, extending the leg long, keeping the hips square, resisting the springs on the way in. Press out, inhale, return. Deep breath in, exhale. Bring it back in. You've got 5. 4. Exhale, zip the abs up. Deep inhale. 3. Watch that left knee. Make sure it's not getting ahead of you, getting away from you. Last 2. Last 1. Very nice. Bring it all the way in. Next, switch on to 1 red spring or 1 heavy spring. You can be on forearms or straight arms. I find the straight arms a little bit more comfortable for this one. Palms or elbows right under your wrists. I'm going to start with the ball of the foot or the toes on the foot bar right behind you. Knee will be facing down. Press up through the palms. Press the leg straight and bring it back in. Try to make sure that left hip is wrapped down. And also try to keep the right knee directly under your right hip. If you feel that wiggling around, that means you don't quite have control of this movement. You may need to slow it down just a little bit. So avoid using momentum. Find your control on the way out and on the way in. Ears draw back. Good. This is 3. This is 2. And this is 1. Good, bring it all the way in. Now we're gonna flip to external rotation. Heel is still lifted, but now your knee is rotated out to the side. Heel stays lifted. We're gonna press out and back. Make sure your left hip is wrapped forward, and you wanna make sure that left knee doesn't start drifting down. You really wanna encourage that external rotation. Good, we've got 5, 4, good. Hip square, 3. Getting a shoulder workout here too, huh? And last one, using your breath. Good, bring it all the way back. Now, ball of the right foot to the foot bar. Knee will be facing down, push up through your palms or through your forearms. Press out, bend the knee, bring it in, slowly with control. Press out, make sure your right hip is wrapped down and in. Press out and in. Ouch and in. You've got 4. Hip square. 3, abs engaged and in. Last 2. Heel stays high and in. Let's switch right to external rotation. We'll get right into it. Heels lifted, knees high, right hip wrapped down. We press out, bring it in with control. So make sure your hips aren't tilting to face the right wall. Engaging through the abs, probably feeling a little bit more through the left obliques in this one. 4 more. And in. Last 3. Squeeze the glutes. Extend the legs long. Keep your pressure through the palms. Last 1. And in. Very nice. Close the stopper. Let's move on. So next, I've switched on to one red spring. I'm going to do a side lying glute series, one of my favorites. You probably might have seen it before. Place the headrest down. If you'd like to put a little yoga block or a pillow or something down on it, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to pull the rope, thread the loop over my knee, over my thigh. You can rest your head onto your bicep or prop it up on your hand. Your job is to make sure that your bottom rib is lifted and you've got length through the top of your waist. Stack your legs, and we're going to go for a clamshell. Lift the top leg, heels and toes stay together. Lower it down. Make sure that top hip doesn't go back with it. You want to keep that right where it is and back. If it feels better to bring the heels back a little bit and the knees back, you're welcome to do that. Good. We've got 4 more to make it 8. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Use your breath. Take this moment to center your mind a little bit. Focus on your breath, particularly when this gets hard. Good. Shins come parallel to front. Still lengthening through the top waist. We're going to lift and lower the leg up and down for 8. This is 7. 6. So the knee and ankle are both going up. 5. 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower the leg. Keeping that length through the top of the waist. Lift the leg, internal rotation, knee to knee. Lift, heel to heel. Lift, knee to knee. Keeping that lift under your bottom rib as well. Just 6 of these. This is 3. Switch. 2. Switch. 1, switch, lower down, pound it out if you need to. So lengthen through your top waist, lift, circles to the back. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, feeling that burn in your glutes by now, oh boy. Last 2, and 1, reverse directions. Press out and back. Flex through the foot. Feel like you're pushing through your heel for a little extra. Really hitting where your glute meets your thigh. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Lower down. Final rep. We're going to extend the leg forward, rotate the leg inward so the heel is facing the ceiling. Pulses up and down. We've got 8, 7, holy moly, 6, 5, 4, I have regrets, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa. Okay, let's move on. Take the strap off of your leg, place it down. Let's go for the other side. Rotating to face the other side, you're gonna grab the right strap, place it onto your right thigh. Once you're there, find your resting position. Move your hips pretty far back on the mat. You're gonna bring your knees a little bit forward. Heels are gonna come in toward your leg. Clamshells for 8. So we're still keeping that length, sending your top hip away. Using your obliques to support your torso on the bottom. And again, the further out you take your knees, probably the more you'll feel in the glutes here. Making sure your hips aren't rolling back as the knee goes up. Staying nice and stacked. Last 2. And 1. Good. Bring the knees in front of your hips. Flex through the feet. Lengthen through your top waist. Lift and lower for 8. 7. Supporting your core. 6. Using your breath. Relaxing through your forehead. Relaxing through your jaw. Last 3. Using your breath. 2. And 1. Lift your leg to hip height. We're going to lift up, knee goes to knee, lift, heel goes to heel or toe to toe. Lift, knee to knee, lift, toe to toe. 4 more for 6. Lift. This is where, for me, it gets very real. Let's breathe through it. Good. Last 2. And 1. Switch. Good. Rest it down. Lengthen through your top waist. Lift your leg. Flex through the foot. Keep that right angle of the knee. We're going to take circles to the outside for 8. This is 7. 6. 5. Don't be afraid to use a big audible breath. Good. 4. That sounded weird. I'm sorry. 3. Last 2. You're at home, no one can hear you. And 1, or at least I think you're at home. Other direction, we go for 8. Not extending through the leg, not extending the knee out. We're keeping that knee bent at a right angle. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Breathe through it. Last 1. Lower it down, pound it out, give yourself a rest. Last one, we're going to extend the leg forward, rotate inward so that the heel is pointing slightly up toward the wall. Lift and lower for 8. The carriage might not move, or if it does, it's not going to move a lot. This is 6, 5. Nice extension through the leg. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, that's the worst one. Pull on the rope. Take the strap off the leg. Let's move on. Keep hold of that left strap. We're going to add an extra light spring to make it 1 red, 1 yellow, or 1 heavy, 1 extra light. Lift up your headrest. Come to lying down on your back. Place that strap onto the arch of your left foot. We're going to go for our assisted glute stretch, figure 4 stretch. So your left leg will come up to 90 degrees. Right ankle crosses the left leg. You're going to bring the rope to the outside. You can hold onto the rope or just place your hands onto your right thigh. Let the resistance of the springs try to pull the carriage back, deepening your stretch. Use your deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Find your big 360 breath. Melt your shoulders, all of the muscles in your neck and in your traps really release. Big breath in. You can put a little pressure into your thigh with your right hand if you like. Good. Press through that left leg, straighten out the leg. Bring the leg up to 90 or your high point, not so that the hips are curling up off the mat, but so you're finding a crease, like you're trying to fold over your hand if you karate chop your left hip. Flex the foot, give the rope a little bit of a pull. You can rock your hips side to side slightly if that feels good. And if you'd like, you can even pull it in a little toward your face now. See what happens here. Good. Press through the strap. Anchor yourself down on the foot bar with your right foot. Keep that leg straight. Hold on to the rope. Place your arm down by the side of the machine. You're going to steady yourself. Bring the leg out to the side and center. Hold on to the rope with your right hand. Place your left arm down by the side of the machine. Give yourself a little IT bend stretch, bringing the leg over to the right. Good. And now take the strap off of the foot. We're going to move on to the other side. Right strap on right foot. Extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Find your crease in the right hip. So the bottom of your sacrum is really heavy on the mat. You can bend your right knee and let this spring resistance really try to pull the carriage forward deep in the stretch through your left side. Good, and use this as your opportunity to recenter. Use all of your breathing techniques that we've practiced all the way through the series. Releasing tension from between the muscles between your eyes. Breathing into the really sore spots in your glutes. And exhale, deepen the stretch. Good. We can extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. Crease at the right hip as the leg goes up. Flex the foot on the right side. So we want neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And we're going to pull in the rope to deepen the stretch here. Make sure you're flexing. Make sure your pinky toe is coming just as far toward your face as your big toe, and vice versa. Good. Now if you like, you can let the leg travel back. If you've got the flexibility and the range, your pelvis can scoop under a little here. Give the rope a little bit of a pull, see if that does anything for you. Push through the strap, anchor yourself on your left foot on the foot bar. Hold on to the rope with your right hand. Anchor yourself on the frame with your left hand. You're going to bring the leg out to the side, a little inner thigh stretch, back to center. Rope goes in the left hand. Hand goes on the right side of the frame. Little IT band stretch over to the left. Good. Strap comes off of the foot. Make sure you're anchored with the left foot. And we're going to bring the carriage back to starting. Place your feet on the foot bar, on the sandpaper. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. I'm going to move my feet down. That's going to feel better for my own particular body. We're going to take a big inhale. Feeling both the chest and the belly rise. And relax, belly sinks as pelvic floor and abs engage. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Feel your shoulders melt. Feel your chest muscles relax. Good. Place your hands on your rib cage, fingers pointing inward. Really breathe horizontally. Feel your ribs expand to your sides. Use your abdominals to exhale. Belly button zips up, ribs descend toward your pelvis. Abs relax as you inhale into your back, into your sides. Exhale, let it go one more time. Deep breath in. Good. Release all tension in your face. Open your eyes if they were closed and sit on up. You're all done. So I just feel like I had a nap after that last part, even though my glutes are like, hello, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. You did an awesome job, and thanks for making it this far in the program. Please join me tomorrow for our final day. And subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I post every Tuesday. And if you want to know what to do after this series is over, please join my membership program where a lot of the fun stuff happens. And we have some really cool variations going on there, and I'm sure it will challenge you perfectly. Thank you so much to my membership supporters. You guys are making this all happen. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Love you. Bye.